Good afternoon, students. Today we will talk about the polynomials in data structures. So as we know that polynomial is part of mathematics, but since we apply the mathematics in computers also, and it can be represented using data structures, so we have added the polynomials into the computer languages, and it can be implemented through Java, C, C++ and all the languages. But for the instance and for the teaching purpose we will use the C. So let's understand the concept of polynomial first. So we say that polynomial means many and nomial means related to numbers, right? So just take an example that I write a number 2x cube. So when we say the term polynomial, the polynomials can be easily understood through coefficient and its exponent, right? So when we say the coefficient and exponent, this means a polynomial can be divided into the coefficient and the exponent part. So assume that this is a polynomial, a part of a polynomial, and I want to represent it. So 2 becomes its coefficient and 3 becomes the exponent, right? So this is a very simple illustration of how polynomials are used in data structures. So it becomes very easy to understand, right? Now the polynomials that can be of a lot of use when we talk about the computer languages, because it can be implemented in programming languages for the implementation of computers, in the scientific languages, research and so on, right? So let's understand the representation. Now the representations can be in two ways. Number one, the array representation and the linked list representation, right? So to understand the array link representation, we will go back into the 2D array to understand that how it can be represented. Now 2D is the best suited array for the polynomials. Why? Because we can represent a 2D array in form of rows and columns. And the second major advantage is that we can follow a row major concept and a column major concept for the representation. So we will go into the array first using the row major and column major concept, and then we will come to the linked list, right? So let's understand what is a row major concept and a column major concept. So let's assume that I have an array of size 3 by 2 and the elements in them are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This means we are representing an array with 2D representation, that is 3 columns and 2 rows. Now let's understand. So when I say row major, the data is read in form of rows, right? So the representation can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? But when the same thing is done in column major concept, the representations change. Now it is 1, 4, 2, 5, 3 and 6, right? So to represent the array for a polynomial, we use the column major concept. But when I am representing a linked list, I am using a row major concept. Since the arrays can be represented as a consecutive cells in form of the columnar structure, so it is preferably used for array representation. And since linked lists are scattered across the memory and then we can use them to store the data, so the row major is preferred, right? So let's understand that how arrays can be represented using a column major concept and how a linked list can be used to represent an array in a row major concept. So we'll visit both the concepts one by one. Say assume that I have a polynomial, my equation Ax is equal to 23x cube plus 11y square plus 2x equal to 0. So if I am representing the same using an array, the representation would be something like this. This particular row is used for coefficient and this is used for exponent. So the first coefficient is 23 and the relative exponent is 3. Similarly, the relative coefficient is 11 and the exponent is 2. Similarly, the coefficient is 2 and the exponent is 1. Now this is an array representation for the polynomial. Now let's use the same for the linked list. So again, using the same equation, so number 1, 23, exponent is 3, coefficient is 11, exponent is 2, coefficient is 2 and exponent is 1, and we can join them to represent the array, right? And here, as we have written earlier, we can represent a coefficient, an exponent, a coefficient, an exponent, a coefficient and an exponent. I think that this concept is very clear to all of you, and this becomes very helpful when we talk about the representations of polynomials. Now what can these be used for? So the polynomials can be used for scientific research and for the calculations where we involve more than one polynomials. So we can perform operation of addition, multiplication of polynomials. So these are some of the examples, right? And with this we finish the topic of polynomial. Thank you.